Hello, this is Jay from Solar Panel Review. Today I'd like to share some information with you about Soltech Solar Panel Charge Controller. Please relax, get your drink, and let's go. Charge controller we are going to talk about is SPS20, made by Soltech Power Source, rated at 20 amps. It has LCD display and LED indicators, uses an automobile type fuse rated at 20 amps, which is easily replaceable. We have a deep cycle battery meant for marine or RV. This particular one is 81 amp hour capacity. Brand new battery, and it has never been charged before. About 6 months it's been sitting on a shelf. It would be nice to have an indication of how the components are initially, so later on if you want to do any troubleshooting you have a reference point. We got a meter here. Of course the ground goes to common. We are measuring voltage, so the positive lead goes to V. If you wanted to measure the current, you would use the other connection. That particular connector is for resistance. In this case we are measuring the voltage. I like to find out how much voltage the battery we can read off. Positive and negative terminals, there we go. What I'm reading here is 5.91 volts. Usually it's 12 to 14 volts, but since it's been unused for the past 6 months, it's so low. We have here a Shell solar module SP75, rated at 75 watts, open circuit voltage 600 volts, and as far as fire rating goes, it is a class C. Short circuit current 4.8 amp and rated current at 4.4 amps. Open circuit voltage 21.7 volt and rated voltage 17 volt. Series fuse is a 15 amp. As far as the wiring goes, field wiring, it recommends copper size 14 minimum, and the insulation of the copper wire to be good for temperature of 90 degree or better. The junction box is plastic and there are a couple of diodes inside. To see how the inside of the junction box looks like, go to hubpages.com address on the screen. Worth mentioning that SP75 comes with 20 feet of 2-wire gauge 12 direct burial type cable. On the next video we show you how to connect these components together. Let's find out what the open voltage of the solar panel is. before connecting it to anything else, just for curiosity, it is the same solar panel, 75 watt one. The meter is set on volt DC. The black lead is on, on common, and the red is right now on volt. Some of the meters, they are different. Like the red lead is good for measuring volt or resistance. In this case, it's different. We are measuring the voltage across the solar panel. That black cable in my hand is out of the solar panel. As you can see, it's open voltage. It's not connecting to anywhere. So negative to negative and positive to positive. It's reading 19.1, 19 volts. And if I move a little bit away so my shade is not under the panel, we are reading about 20.8 volt. And I should mention that the panel is not totally under the sun. It's underneath a covered deck. Later on I move it to an area to have more sun exposure on it. Let's put back the connectors so they don't make a short circuit and blow up a fuse. The meter off. I just want to point out something here. I've connected the solar panel to the charge controller. They recommend to remove the automobile fuse, which I've already done. We are assuming that we haven't worked with this and we want to get a feeling of it. The first time we connect it, the current LED is on, the charging LED is on. As you notice, it's not connected to the battery yet. It's only connected to the PV. When you look at the LED indicators, it switches between current and voltage. Even though I'm not supposed to connect the fuse, but that's the whole purpose of this video, to look at the whole thing from different angle. The voltage is reading 2.2 volt. It's basically switching back and forth between voltage and current. We just want to find out how it behaves when it's not connected completely.